Jessica opened a bank account that earns 2% interest compounded annually. Her initial deposit was $100, and she uses the expression 100x to the t to find the value of the account after t years. 37. What is the value of x in the expression? What is the value? So they're basically asking not only for you to find out what x even stands for here, like what is it the variable for, but they're also asking for some kind of value for it. Okay, well, kind of really use some process of elimination. So what is this 100 here? Well, that's just her initial deposit, right? Because she put in 100. What is t? T is the account after t years. It's just the amount of years the account has been open for. So then x has to be the other thing, and the other thing is the interest that is compound, right? Because the amount that her initial deposit is going to earn her, or the total amount that she's going to have after some kind of years, is going to be a combination between her initial amount, or her initial deposit, the interest, and the amount of years, or t years, that the account has been open. So the last guy, x, has to be the interest. So how do we find out the interest? How do we actually write that out? They tell us 2%. It earns 2%. How do we write that as a value? Well, remember what we do when we're dealing with percentages. If we're earning, that means something is increasing. So if I multiply something by 1, that means it's not changing, right? If I multiply 10 by 1, it's just 10. But if I multiply 10 by something less than 1, let's say 0.5 or 0.8, that means I am decreasing the value of 10. Now it's becoming 5, or now it's becoming 8. But if I multiply 10 or anything by a value that is greater than 1, now that 10 or whatever that value is increasing. So when I'm told that the bank account earns her 2%, that means her $100 is increasing. That means I'm going to multiply that $100 by something more than 1. Okay? Now, how much more than 1? Well, we're told 2%. How do we write 2%? Well, percent literally means per cent, or per 100. So 2 over 100 is equal to 0.02. So that is literally 2% in decimal form. Check out our initial videos on percentages if you guys are a little confused on this. So 0.02, so we add 0.02 to 1, and we get 1.02. So 1.02 is the amount that you multiply her $100 with to show that 2% increase. I mean, let's say, so that is our value, by the way. But let's say the bank earned her maybe 10%. How would you write that out? Well, that would be 100 times 1.1. What if there was a discount? Like, maybe not the bank, but maybe she went to a store and she got a discount on a laptop. Let's say it was 20%. How much would you multiply the original amount by to reflect that decrease or that discount? Well, if you're decreasing 20%, if you're taking off 20% off of the initial amount, that is like multiplying by 0.8. You subtract 0.2, which is 20%, from 1, and you get 0.8, and you multiply that by the original value. So just, again, check out the videos on how to multiply values by the percentages to see how we get that. All right?